goodness, it just went, this meeting is being recorded. It's never done that before.
You just got
Anyway,
that.
this is my first distraction. Good morning, welcome to A Cuppa with Anna. This is the podcast where I talk to various guests all about creativity, well-being and mental health. And I've got to be honest, it's been about 6 months, I think, since my last podcast interview. I had an injury to my jaw and I'm still recovering, so it's so exciting to be back. And also just to you guys, I'll introduce you in a bit, but yeah, thank you for like sparking the life back in me to get on the podcast, so I really appreciate that. I love what you're doing and I can't wait to ask loads of questions about it. So today I have Conor, Bridie, Tegan and Joseph with me, who have started a charity called Spark UK, which I believe you started last December, and things are already going really good. And so yeah, good morning.
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 Morning. Thanks for coming on.
No worries.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
inviting
having
us.
Yeah.
I was just confessing earlier that I'm still in my pajamas, and I think some of us are not long out of our pajamas.
No.
Yeah.
So you're all in North Devon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how do you all know each other? Do you go to the same school or what?
Yeah.
We're all different years. We did this thing in our school called Mental Health Ambassadors. So that's how we first got to know each other. But I mean, what we found with the school, it was more of like a box checker instead of doing things about mental health. And then because we all are passionate about it, Conor rounded us up.
Yeah, and then we started Spark last December.
As he did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious what ages you are. Because I'm really I love it when different ages come together. I think it's great. So yeah, what ages are you?
I'm 16.
I'm 15.
I'm 16.
I'm 14. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
You're like my youngest podcast guest. It's really exciting.
Oh.
So first of all, I think it'd be really nice just for us to kind of just, I don't know, go around, and I'm going to ask a couple of random questions just so we can get to know some random stuff about each other, and then I'll delve a little bit more into Spark UK and what your plan is. So Conor, if I start with you, if we go Conor, Bridie, then Tegan and Joseph. Now, we got 2nd of September today, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming into autumn and winter. Firstly, tell me something about autumn and winter that you really like, and secondly, tell me one of your favorite meals. If you could eat one meal forever, what would it be?
Well, I love about autumn and winter just the coldness, and you can go out for a nice walk in the forest, and you can put a load of coats on and have hot chocolate when you're back, which is always nice. And my favourite meal would probably be pizza.
Nice. I had a pizza yesterday. What would you have on it?
This is going to be debatable. Ham and pineapple.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I think pineapple is amazing on pizza.
Weirdo.
Outrageous.
nice knowing you.
Thanks, Conor. Bridie.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, the outfits, I can finally layer a bunch of sweaters on top of each other and call it a fit. Favorite food, I really like stir fry, but I also really like scones, and I'm on a kind of scone kick at the moment, so probably scones.
What do you have? Do you have jam and cream on them?
It changes because I make different types of scones, so it's sometimes it's just butter, sometimes it's cream and jam, sometimes it's just cream. Shake it up a little bit.
I see you make the scones.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I call them scones, not scones. Sorry.
It's because it is a scone.
Am I going to be kicked off the podcast now?
We spent 20 minutes debating this the other day.
Yeah,
because it's a scone.
Filming, and we were like, it's scones, no, it's scones. And then we were just going back and forth while we were meant to be filming.
Everyone in favour of scones, raise their hand if they think it should be called scone. Oh God, we're outnumbered, Tegan. I actually thought we were going to win then. All right, moving swiftly on. Tegan.
Probably the crispy leaves, stepping on really crispy leaves. I like that. I don't know what my favourite food is. That's a difficult question. I like cheesecake, or maybe I don't know. I don't know.
What kind of cheesecake would you go for?
I had a crunchy cheesecake for my birthday. That was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, my brother made it for me. So it was homemade as well.
Oh, naughty, nice.
Yeah, that was good. Appreciate that one.
I'm going to be craving cheesecake later now. Joseph?
I like running in the rain. It's so much better than running in boiling heat. And yeah, I like favourite food. Yeah, hard. Mango.
Oh,
You can't beat mango. There's no fruit better than mango.
Do you ever get them? You can get dried mango, or do you eat like fresh mango? Because I quite like the dried mango.
Dried mango's so good.
Yeah, that's really good. Fresh mango though for me.
Nice.
So good. With a bit of Greek yogurt. Oh, nothing can beat it.
So you're the healthy one. Everyone else is like pizzas, cheesecakes, scones.
Well, I didn't want to just say chocolate. Like that's a bit obvious, isn't it?
So, Joseph, when it rains, are you the kind of person that gets excited and then just goes, right, I'm going for a run and goes outside?
No, I'm
not?
the opposite. I'll be like, oh, it's raining. I should go for a run, but I don't want to go for a run. And then I'll go for a run and it'll be great.
Yeah, force yourself.
Yeah, guilt trip.
Well, yeah, just to kind of, I suppose I should tell you what my favourite thing is about autumn. And so I love autumn a bit like you, Bridie. I can layer up the clothes and I love wearing cosy clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And I also find big cardies and jumpers and and I've actually got my hot water bottle. It's like the September, so I can have a hot water bottle now. Oh, and the woolly hat comes out. So yeah, I think I like that. And also can be a bit moody in the summer when it gets too hot.
Yeah.
September I'm always in a better mood, so that's a good time to be around me. And food wise, it's a hard question, isn't it? I'm going to say profiteroles only because I sat in bed yesterday and ate a whole thing of profiteroles, which is disgusting, but I just really wanted to.
Yeah.
They're like air, aren't they?
Yeah. They're healthy.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy to eat loads.
It's basically air and milk.
Yeah, exactly. There can't be that many calories.
Nah.
Alrighty. So now, yeah, kind of know a few random facts about you guys. Let's delve a little bit into sparks. So obviously, Conor, you went and rounded everybody up and you've all got a passion for mental health. Is there any sort of particular reasons that you've got a passion for mental health and putting this message out there? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
I think it was more just we've all seen firsthand people struggling and needing help, and people not knowing where to go, not knowing who to talk to. And we all just feel that that's something that needs to be said and needs to be talked about, so everybody in the whole of the UK has the same support, has the same places to go, because it's one of those things that everybody's got a slightly different view and slightly different advice on. So no two schools will ever give you the same advice.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we well, like growing up and stuff, because we live in a rural place, and quite honestly there's not a lot of places that we can go for help, and especially at the moment because of lockdown and stuff, we've not had the time for our school to get a new youth worker and things like that. And it was just like, before we decided to all join Spark, we kind of just had like a rant after we went out for food, and this whole rant was just about how we would do it, what we would do if we wanted to fix things. And we spoke about how schools would talk about self-harm and things like that, but in such a way that it was just like, self-harm is bad, go that place, don't talk about it, go that place. And we were just like, we're so sick of being talked down to because of mental health and things like that, and we all struggle, and being a teenager is hard enough without all your mental health to deal with as well.
Mm-hmm. So you say that you kind of have ideas and things of how you would do it, so I'd love to know a little bit more about how you're going to go about that, and what's happening. It's all very exciting.
Yeah. So we've been working on numerous lessons that we are handing out to schools for free in next week when schools go back. We've got 2 lessons at the minute already that we've written and made resources for, but we're currently working on loads more, and we've been working with professionals and teachers and charities to make sure that everything's correct, so that schools get the valid explanations.
Yes. With the lessons that we've done at the moment are focusing on gratitude, because we wanted to dive into like the deep things first, but we realized that we need like some of it needs sensitivity, especially like with self-harm and things that are triggering. So we decided to start off with gratitude, just something that could help people if they're having a bad day, because there's been numerous studies showing how gratitude can help people. So yeah, we've done a primary and a secondary school lesson on that, and we're going on to thankfulness, which is just a synonym, but and yeah.
And so will you go and deliver these, or are there kind of programs written for the teachers to deliver? How's that going to work?
At the minute, because we're obviously all still in full-time education, so we can't go off and deliver them ourselves.
Yes. Yeah, I wondered how that would work.
Yeah, especially hopefully by the end of the year we'll start maybe going into schools and delivering them. But at the minute, it's all just for teachers to deliver themselves. So we've got very structured lesson plans, we've got PowerPoints, resources, and we've worked with so many local mental health charities so that after the lessons they can continue the support throughout.
This is just wonderful. I just love what you're doing. I think it is amazing having, you know, you guys actually at school, you know, creating the lessons. I think it's amazing. So yeah, I really hope it's a success. You say you got started in December. What are we're now September. Have you come across sort of any challenges, or what was it like getting started? Did you find that quite hard, or did you just find you had a lot of support from get-go?
So I started off because we had this advent calendar that we did last year to just our school, which was every day in December. There was this funny video that they found on YouTube, and the school absolutely loved it. So I decided that I'd make a celebrity one this year. And that's what sort of started it off. We were contacting loads of celebrities. We had people like David Walliams offer us raffle prizes. Then we decided, we'll do a raffle as well. And then it just decided, well, we've got the advent calendar, we've got the raffle, we may as well start this up as a full-time charity. So I put a post up on Facebook for businesses for raffle prizes, and this group of children's homes came over and donated us some money. And now we're some money. And then we're now in the process of setting up as a charity.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've had so much support, and we've got contacts all across the UK from we've got digital designers, we've got English teachers, we've got musicians, we've got everything, we've got a whole list. So anything.
Yeah, so all walks of life. Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
What we found was that lots of people were willing to support and were very passionate about this cause that was very important, but there wasn't that charity that did it for teenagers in schools and provided curriculum. So when we started, there were lots of people who were willing to help and donate to put their energy towards this that wasn't already there, but they felt that they needed it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I know when I first received your message, I was like, yes, what's this, right? Yeah, it wasn't, and it's a subject that's really sort of close to my own heart, because I really struggled in school myself. So how often do you get to, obviously you've been on summer holidays, haven't you, but how often do you sort of tend to get together and work on this? And Tegan, I'd really be interested to hear from you on that.
It's not often. We do quite a few Teams meetings, but actually in person it's not really often because we're all really busy. I work quite a bit, and Joseph's just got back from holiday, and obviously with school coming up, we weren't going to be meeting that often, and Conor's doing GCSEs, so it's not going to be like every weekend. But we do talk quite a bit in the group chat, and also like on Teams, and if something's going on, then we will meet up in person. But
what work do you do, Tegan?
I work in a restaurant.
Do you?
On a holiday park.
I bet it's. Oh, is it really? I bet it's really busy.
And it's been great fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you come home and sleep well.
Yeah, especially if I do night shifts. Yeah.
Oh, you do night shifts?
Yeah. Sometimes I
Wow.
get home till like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my goodness. So you guys are juggling quite a lot, yeah? Just running a charity, doing your GCSEs, working nights.
Yeah, we're very
We need to talk about self-care now, don't we? And actually, on one of the questions that one of the pre-questions I sent to you guys, I said, you know, if you had a challenge for the listeners, what would it be? And you all came back with, you know, self-care and take a self-care day. So yeah, I suppose, what are you? I mean, maybe if we go round and just talk a little bit about self-care. Yeah, Conor, what do you find really helps you sort of look after your mental health?
One thing, especially lately, is TikTok. Just scrolling through TikTok, you just go into a world of your own. You feel like you've been on there for 10 minutes. 3 hours later, you're still scrolling. It's just a lovely thing to you just zone out and ignore everything.
So you find that helpful for your mental health? See, that would be bad for my mental health.
Yeah,
so that's really interesting that actually you find that as a really good zone out.
Yeah, the amount of comedy stuff and music, and it's like watching YouTube but shorter versions.
Yeah, do you know, I've not delved on there yet, like for obvious reasons. But are you doing any Sparks stuff on TikTok?
We've got some stuff lined up, so hopefully we will be getting there. We're working with some influencers at the minute to create some mental health related TikToks. Especially because my job is I run social media management.
Yes.
So that's sort of part of my job is social media. So lots of my life is social media.
Yeah. Oh, I think I need to talk to you because I've been struggling with my own social media. Bridie, how do you take care of your mental health?
Well, I found during lockdown, because I was doing the work for like 6 hours a day on my laptop and I wasn't moving out of my chair, I found it really tricky to just like shut off and look after myself. So I've started doing things where like every so often I'll like just take the day off and do something I want to do, just me. So like I've gone to the museum, I've done walks, I've gone around Barnstable shopping, I've done some embroidery on a hill for no reason other than it was nice weather.
Love it. And you live in such a beautiful part of the world. I mean, the walks, and I'm sure it was a lovely hill you were sat on.
It was a very nice hill.
Okay, so yeah, top tip for looking after your mental health: do embroidery on a hill. I like that one. It's going on my list. Not tried it. Tegan, how do you take care of your mental health?
I've got 2 dogs that are really good, so I probably will just sit with them or walk them.
What are your dogs called?
Ozzy and Hope.
Ah.
They're both rescues. Or I used to bake a lot, so that was good. I don't do that so much now, but I still bake sometimes, so probably that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And Joseph, how do you look after your mental health?
Well, I've already mentioned the running. I don't want to go on about that.
Running in the rain because you love it.
Swimming as well, because it's like focusing on something that's like physically difficult is a great way to zone out of your thoughts. And then also I do a lot of art, which is another way to like concentrate and zone out kind of.
What kind of art do you do?
All kinds. I do you don't want to hear about it. I do watercolor, realistic, abstract. It's alright.
A real variety.
Yeah.
Some of it's on your back wall.
I was gonna say, is that your work on the wall?
Yeah.
It looks kind of abstracty, colourful.
Yeah, it is abstracty.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love colours and stuff. Do you? I mean, is it just for fun, or do you put it on Instagram, or?
I do put it on Instagram, but only so I've got like the log of it all like photographed and finished, like a gallery of my own.
Yeah.
Which is really nice to look back on.
Instagram's lovely for that, isn't it? It's like your own little personal diary, and
yeah.
Well, I suppose, gosh, I look after a bit like you, Bridie. I love walking, and I make anklets. So I make little anklets.
Right.
Yeah, and when I hurt my jaw, I couldn't talk for about 3 months. I literally could barely speak for more than a couple of minutes a day.
Wow.
And I was making anklets all day, like going on a walk, and ended up creating a whole shop of anklets. But being outside, I think is really good. Oh, and dancing. That's how my dance group started, is because I couldn't talk, I danced. And so it's amazing the things that come out of the shit times. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I think on the theme of social media, because that's come up a few times, there's sort of studies been done that social media can have a really negative effect on everybody, but particularly on teenagers and people who are at a really impressionable age. And I'd be just sort of keen to know your thoughts on that a little bit more.
I think it depends. You want to have people that you follow. So, for example, a lot of the posts that we put up are very sort of like inspirational, motivational posts, which is our aim. Because then you don't want your Instagram feed to be full of just negative and pictures of Instagram models that make you feel self-conscious and all that. You want the motivation. You want because Instagram's so much now more turned into look at all the influencers and all that, and not what it was originally for, which was for just sharing pictures with your friends.
Uh-huh. So you're sort of saying to anybody is just choose who you follow. And
there's so many motivational pages out there to follow, and most pages post every day, so you'll get new stuff every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good to see that bit of motivation that might motivate you to doing something.
I know for me, I can spend too much time on it, and then it eats my time away, because it like you were saying with TikTok, it can be quite addictive, I think. So it's sort of like managing your time on it. But I think it's definitely breeds comparitis, doesn't it? You know, I know if I'm having a bit of a bad day, or I don't go on Facebook so much anymore, but if I go on Facebook and then everyone's like had an amazing weekend, and so-and-so's just had a baby, and so-and-so's got married, and so-and-so's, I don't know, got a new dress, and you're just like, you know, but if you're in a good mood, it wouldn't affect you, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe I think that's probably a whole other podcast going into social media.
As I went for a period where it was like social media was kind of consuming, and it would like eat away at my anxiety, and I was always checking my phone for like messages and things like that. And it got to the point where it was like I'd be ruining occasions because I'd be so thought of like, oh, am I going to get a message or something? And so I kind of had to be like, I'm just going to mute it, and when I want to, I'll check it. And then I started unfollowing the things that would make me sad, and following things that like motivational things like you said, things were just happy, because I realized the more you start following people that are talking about positivity, or like being comfortable with your body. Like I follow this woman who's just, her whole thing is just photos of her really bloated, and she's just saying like, it's normal, it's casual. And because of that, so many more people are more just, they're going to post photos where they're not sucking in and trying to promote this fake fallacy which isn't real, and like things like that. And it's really, you have to take control of your social media before it eats away at you, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tegan, how do you find social media?
I just think it gets a bit boring after a while. There's only so many times you can check the same app over and over again, and I also feel like you need to spend time with real people and not just sit there on your phone. I don't know, like go downstairs and play a game with your family or something, or go out for a walk and stuff. And I just think it gets really consuming. And even though if it's, oh, I don't follow them, you can still go on the explore page and see something you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're on TikTok and you're on your like For You page or something, a video might pop up and that'd be like, I definitely didn't want to see that. Or I didn't want to see someone crying because they've had to put their dog down or something like that. Like, that's not something you want to see.
And it sort of goes in your head, and then I think you can go to bed thinking about some random person that you don't know that well, what they did that day. And you're like, why am I thinking about that?
Well, I had a video on my For You page the other day of some woman crying because they wouldn't increase the temperature on the plane, so her dog died. And I was like, great. Love that.
Yeah,
Nice
uplifting
to-
story of the day.
Yeah, I love
I don't
seeing a
know if
happy
you've-
story before I go to bed.
I don't know if you've noticed as well, but the amount of times when you're in the street, the amount of people that nearly walk into you. Because
Yeah, because they're on their
I mean, it's like a
phone.
regular occurrence every time I leave the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or when I'm at work and there's little kids running around and you can just tell that they're the ones that get given iPads to shut them up. And they're like the worst kids you have ever met. Like they'll just walk and they won't look where they're going. And you're like, thanks. Or put the food in my hand.
My favourite is when like kids are at a park but they're so consumed by their iPad, so they're like sat on top of a slide with an iPad, and I'm just sat there like, you have a slide, why don't you use it?
Honestly, I'm so glad that I'm of an age where I grew up without social media, and I had my first mobile phone I think at 21. So I just feel so lucky that I got to experience that. Oh, we keep freezing. Everyone's like in strange poses. Okay, so I suppose we ought to talk a little bit about your podcast, because you have started a new podcast. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about that, where people can find it, where people can find you, like just, yeah, go for it.
So we haven't recorded our first episode yet. We've got that, and hopefully next week or the week after we'll be recording our first episode. Yeah, so our aim is to sort of talk about relevant topics of the week. So we want to talk about like the Olympics and mental health. We want to talk about men's mental health. We've got so many different topics, and each week we're hoping to have a guest on to come and talk about it. And so yeah, we've hopefully every Friday we'll have an episode out. And
Excellent.
We just, it's going to be kind of like what you do. We just want to like chat about things that we thought was really important that we talk about. And like Conor mentioned with the Olympics, about like we wanted to talk about how she had an Instagram break, not say Instagram break, she had a Olympic break, yeah, not a social media break. And we were going to talk about how like she did this amazing thing, but she was still not liked for it and things like that. But a lot of the younger generation were really proud of her for doing that, because it said to a lot of people we're allowed to take a break, and how important taking a break is sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, I shall stay tuned for your podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, good luck with it. And like you say, I just love it because you just like having a chat when hitting the record button. It's just it's just a really lovely way of just like meeting people and stuff. So but before we did hit the record button, you guys were telling me that you had your first little bit of hate comments, didn't you?
Yeah, this morning woke up to we had some suicide prevention and mental health training last week. These three did, because I was in self-isolation, so I couldn't.
Oh really?
But I woke up this morning to a comment on it saying we were disgusting because people should we shouldn't be interfering in people's lives, and if people want to kill themselves, carry on. Which was a bit out of the blue. So,
it seems like you've taken it quite well. You know, you're so sort of passionate about what you're doing that's not affecting you, because I think that sort of thing could poke at you a little bit. So.
You got to remember, it's social media, and if people want to say it, everybody's entitled to opinions. It's whether we listen to it or not is a different matter. Yeah,
and and you're obviously not for. I guess we can choose who we follow, right?
Exactly.
So
it's funny, isn't it? Because they wouldn't say that to our faces. They're sat behind a screen, so they're like, "Cool, right that."
As well, it's somebody that doesn't follow us, somebody that just searched up on Facebook mental health awareness, saw our post and commented on it.
Well, why did they search it up then? What's the point?
They sent us a screenshot showing us the post that they were talking about, and in the search bar it's just mental health awareness.
Love that.
You're out to get them.
Gosh,
all of them.
But I think this sort of, I hear a lot about sort of bullying. Again, this is a whole other podcast, isn't it? But bullying, amongst children, teenagers, through messaging or again on social media, so that they don't actually have to do that in person. Have you heard of things like that going? Has it happened in your school or?
It happens
Everywhere
you go, because it's so easy just to set up an Instagram page anonymous and text everybody, especially with all the stuff going on at the minute about potentially having to verify yourself through some form of government document, which they're talking about in the news at the minute. But it's so simple just to set up a fake account, or even to pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah.
You see the amount of people pretending to be influencers and then messaging people with scams and all that.
It's unbelievable. I just don't understand. I'd rather go and sit on a hill and do embroidery than actually set up a fake.
Yeah. We pretty much every time you post, we have about 5 comments instantly of click this link and you'll get 1 million followers. And it's like, we're not stupid.
There was one today and it was like, oh, we're also a mental health organisation. Just click on the link in our bio.
Yeah, and you'll get free stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, they're so annoying.
We were looking at it like, I've seen the same 5 posts on different accounts. I don't, I know.
They think we're a lot dumber than we actually are.
Yeah.
That's so annoying though, isn't it? It's like, don't underestimate me, come on.
Yeah.
Well, if we've got one hate comment, we're going to get so much more now because people are just going to start doing it now.
Well,
Like,
yeah, and you're doing well, obviously. So there you go.
We get.
Yeah, we're big time.
I was bullied quite a bit when I was younger, so this is just funny now. People say stuff, and I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, because you know it's their stuff, don't you? And it's
Yeah, I know it's their issue.
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's not my fault to think that about me. It's what you say about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. So I haven't asked how you came up with the name Spark UK.
I don't know. I woke up one night in the middle of the night. Spark came into my head. I wrote it on my whiteboard, and it was there the next morning.
Yeah.
Although I have recently seen that there is multiple other Spark UK mental health organisations.
Oh.
But we've got other plans.
Yeah. No, it's catchy. It's nice and simple.
Yeah.
I like that your podcast is called the Sparkcast. That's really cool. I bet no one else has got a podcast called the Sparkcast.
I think it was Joseph. Did you come up with the name?
I might have.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, our motto within us is nothing is out of reach. We can do anything we want to do because there's so far, even with the advent calendar, we've had people like Emma Thompson, we've got Stephen Fry, the amount of people that have said no, but occasionally we'll get the big person that says yes.
Yeah.
Which we just love about it because it's not like, obviously there's so many big charities like Young Minds and Mind and all that, which do great work, but not everybody wants to donate to such a big charity because obviously with all the big charities, everybody thinks they take so much money for themselves and all that. Mm-hmm. So we are like a different alternative that people can donate if they want, and they can see exactly where the money's going to.
Yeah, and it's run by the teenagers themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think I know any other mental health organisation that's run by kids. We've got pretty much no adult input, just for like legal stuff we do.
Yeah, sure.
It's all our ideas and it's all us doing everything. We just occasionally have the odd help to, for example, the banners, they were all donated to us.
That's great.
Great contacts.
So if people want to find, I mean, there's so many different areas we could delve into now. This is the trouble when I podcast. I always come away with like 100 more questions. But if people want to find out more, they can obviously find you on Instagram,
Facebook, website.
Yeah, you're all right. You're posh banner. All right.
Yeah, we've got our Instagram, Spark Teens. Our Facebook, Spark UK, and our website's www.sparkuk.co.uk.
I don't know why they're all different, but they are.
So go check them out, people.
Thank you.
So I'm going to do my round of 10 questions now, and so what I would go round, we'll do Conor, Bridie, Tegan, and Joseph. Right. So Conor, I feel like I'm doing a game show now. Conor, what has been your favourite moment of today so far?
Probably getting up and having a cup of tea. So I don't often have one.
Do you not?
No.
It's a real treat today.
Yeah, a real treat. Drank it all already.
I'm still going on mine. Actually, I always end up drinking it cold.
Yeah, mine went cold before I drank it.
Yeah. Okay, Bridie, tell me about a favourite nature spot that you like to go to.
the reservoir. I'm gonna say it wrong.
Whistling Pound.
That place. I can't pronounce it to save my life, but it's a
Say it
lovely-
again.
Whistling Pound.
And where is that near you?
Yeah, kind of.
It's 10
So nice there.
minutes up the road.
Yeah, you have to drive to it because you can't really walk to it. But it's wow. They cut the trees down now, but it was really nice.
Oh, it does sound like you live in such a pretty area. I need to come and explore.
Yeah.
Tegan, what is your favourite hot drink?
Probably a mocha. I make
Mm.
incredible mochas. I make really good. Yeah, my hot chocolates are so good.
Do you make them at home?
At work, because
Oh, at work, okay.
a proper coffee machine with a frothy milk thing and stuff.
Isn't that really hard though, using the coffee machine? I always think it looks like I would be quite scared of it.
I was, and then I got really busy during one of my day shifts, and they were like, "You have to learn how to use it. I can't do this by myself." So I was like, "Cool."
It's like the
And
best
now,
place,
if anyone wants a drink, it's Tegan, make me a drink, and I'm like, "Okay."
best place for hot chocolates is Choco Coco in Exeter.
I can agree that is the best hot chocolate I've ever had. Which one do you have, Connor?
I usually have either the white chocolate one.
Do you?
Is it the salted caramel one as well that they do?
I always have the there's like a Tanzanian one. I always have that one. I haven't tried salted caramel or
think
the
it's
white
salted
chocolate.
caramel. The white chocolate one I love. It's amazing.
Are we
With
going to come away feeling?
lots of marshmallows.
I hate white chocolate. I can't think of anything worse.
Oh, really?
Drinking liquid white chocolate. Ugh.
Very sweet.
I
Oh,
like dark chocolate, like a Bonville.
Oh yeah, like a nice smooth dark chocolate.
Mm.
I'm not a dark chocolate fan.
That's because you're weird.
Yeah, we established that quite early on in the interview, didn't we? Joseph, best piece of advice that you've been given or would like to give?
My granny says the quieter you speak, the more people have to focus to listen to you, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. Like that one.
Shall we all just talk really quiet now and see if it makes a difference?
I don't think it works over Zoom.
There's ASMR.
Okay, Connor, back to you. Standout movie and why?
Oh, I love Simon. It's a great film. It's just a good film that I love watching.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
It's great. They've got a TV series of it on Disney Plus now.
I've just subscribed to Disney Plus.
Love Victor. There's 2 seasons on there. It's amazing.
So you recommend it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I'll check it out. Bridie, standout person.
Right. Connor, because I don't know, he's 15, he's got his life together before I do, and that stresses me out a little bit. He's got his own business, and of course he made Spark and got us all involved. He's very organised. I aspire to be him when I'm older. So yeah, as other than him, it would be my granddad, just because he was really funny. Just he had cancer, you would fight with it, and the whole time he was still laughing, playing GTA. Yeah.
Can't beat a bit of humour, can you?
No.
Okay, Tegan, a book. Is there any book, a particular book that you like?
All the Bright Places. I can't remember who actually. No, I can't read that from here. Yeah, that book. I love it. It's actually about mental health as well. About 2 school children, and you know, the boy's mental health is unnoticed, and then it goes too far, and it's like too late to go back and everything. I read it in year 9. I read it in English, and I cried in the middle of my English class because the book was sad, and I was like, great. It's either that or like it's like a remake of Mulan. Like this lady, she rewrites Disney films, and the Mulan one is my favorite. It's so good. I love that book.
Okay, more books for us to check out.
Yeah.
Joseph, something that you're really grateful for.
Where we live, because it's, you know, go for a walk, it's always beautiful. even if it's in the rain.
Yeah.
God, I keep going on about the rain, don't I?
Yeah, I know. Do you know, I actually wrote a poem about the rain, so I'm gonna have to send it to you. Because
Yeah.
I actually love the
I
rain.
don't like the rain that much. I'd much rather it be sunny, but
Okay. And I'm going to ask you all this one now, just to finish, because I think this is sort of really relevant, really, to kind of the messages we all want to share, really. So I'm going to give you a scenario, and then I just kind of want to know how you would handle it. So you begin to just like feel really anxious or uncomfortable, or maybe something has triggered you, or you're just, you know, starting to feel really rubbish or sinking down a bit. What is the first thing that you do? And we'll start with you, Conor.
I'll probably just talk to my friends. I've got such a good group of friends that I can be there to talk to them, and I've got so many different people. Although none of them are ever good at responding to me, maybe 3 days later they'll eventually get back to me. But it's just talking to people. That's what, because I can do that, and I've got a good enough friendship with people.
Okay, Bridie.
I think it's realizing what is setting my anxiety off, and then either like doing something about it or trying to get rid of that like trigger. And and I guess I face it more with like social situations, so I'll try and portray a more confident and like go for it, instead of just, because the more you think about it and analyze it, the worse it gets. So you just sometimes have to just throw yourself into it.
Okay, thank you. Tegan?
Mine's to just put headphones in and listen to music incredibly loudly. And then if it's sad music, if it's happy music, I don't know. I don't care if it's like, it just has to be a good song, really. Or to just sit downstairs and surround myself with my family. Yeah, I like doing that.
What songs are you listening to at the moment?
Mostly 80s music, like Queen and like Bon Jovi and stuff like that. Or maybe Grease, a little bit of Grease in there. I love Grease.
Oh, quite eclectic then.
Oh yeah, there's every genre.
Bon Jovi was my first ever CD.
I love Bon Jovi, especially young Bon Jovi. Yeah, when they're like early Bon Jovi.
Yeah, it's his best. Oh, I'm gonna be just, thank you, you've inspired me. I'm gonna be listening to Bon Jovi later now. Joseph.
Probably go for a run, maybe get
in the rain
on cool. Hey, I don't mind what weather it is. Cool someone while I'm running. Yeah.
Okay.
Do some exercise.
Well, I think we have come to the end of our chat. It's flown by. It's like 11:30 now. So it's been so nice to chat to you. It's been really nice.
It's been lovely talking.
Is there anything you sort of feel that you'd like to share or sort of haven't mentioned just before we say goodbye?
I don't think so.
No.
Just check out our Instagram to look out all the announcements and stuff that we're working on, because we're constantly working on new projects. We've got about 10 going at the minute.
Yeah.
So that's where we update all our stuff.
Okay. Well, I wish you so much luck with everything you're doing. I think it's such a worthwhile project, and I shall keep a lookout for what you're up to. And I guess I'll see you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you're heading off to do today now.
Work.
Yeah. I've got a meeting in half hour, and then
my day off.
Oh, you got a day off, Tegan. Woo!
Yeah, I'm going out with my friend.
Nice.
Where are you heading?
Me?
With your friend.
Village. Probably just into the village. Got paint and pot down there, so probably just go paint something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are you up to, Joseph?
Don't know yet. Never make plans.
Decide later.
Yeah.
Rain. So do you want to have?
Yeah, might go to the cinema.
Oh, nice. What cinema would you go to?
There's one on the high street in Ilfracombe.
Oh, is there?
So
We weirdly have just a cinema. We don't have much else, but we have a cinema.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And a Costa.
Yeah, we have a Costa.
Oh, well then, life's complete, isn't it? You're sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, it was so nice to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Bye.
Bye.